Hey gang, welcome to another edition of Doc Schlock, where it's a review of the movie The Good Son. Oh, poor Macaulay Culkin. He was on top of the world, and then he does this, and he falls off the face of the earth. That's a little ironic, but we'll get to that part. There's not much I remember about this movie. I saw it several years ago and was not really all that impressed. My brother liked it, but when I watched it, I was really disappointed. It's pretty much what you'd expect. Seemingly normal, nice, well, in this case, child is deep down psychotic. And it's another one of those movies that when you sit there and watch one particular person in the movie trying to convince everybody else that the seemingly innocent, sweet-natured man, woman, child, dog, rabbit, cat, ostrich is evil, but towards the end of the movie they all find out and they get killed off. So that's pretty much what happens in this movie, gang. Sorry. Macaulay Culkin did this movie, and yeah, there was a movie they did many years later called Orphan, which actually was pretty decent. This movie, however, is not. Yeah, the 90s were full of were doing all kinds of movies about seemingly innocent-looking people who turned out they're psychos. The one I can remember that really was the biggest hit of all those was The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, and after that movie became a hit, lots of other movies tried to follow in vain, and unfortunately, a lot of them bombed horribly, and this was unfortunately one of them. Macaulay Culkin plays a seemingly innocent kid who turns out he's psychotic. Elijah Wood plays the other kid who tries to convince everybody that he is psychotic. Nobody wants to believe it. Anyway, towards the end of the movie, it comes down to the mother of our heroic kid trying to save both boys. But it turns out Macaulay Culkin's character, whose name I forget right now, like it matters. I've forgotten about this movie until I saw something about it and I went, yeah, I gotta review this. Where she has to make the decision, does she want to pull up her son, her nephew, or both? Apparently, Macaulay Culkin's character is a jealous little punk who apparently killed his little brother sometime in the movie. And yeah, he has a real jealousy factor going for him. He doesn't like other people, I guess, getting the attention he feels like he deserves. So he's pretty much a spoiled, rotten little psycho killer in this movie. So yeah, he winds up getting killed off, falling to his death over a cliff. Well, not over a cliff, he was hanging on for a little bit until he was let go, and yeah, this movie did not do anything for Macaulay Culkin's career. Everybody loved him as Kevin McCallister in the Home Alone movies, but after this, his movie career really went nowhere. He did The Page Master, he did The Nutcracker. I think his only other hit movie he did was My Girl, and then after that, it's like he really went nowhere fast. And this is the movie. Sounds like we have Macaulay Culkin fans. But this was pretty much the movie that started his downward spiral into Nowheresville. The Good Son. Evil has many faces. And thank God this movie didn't have many sequels, but it had many clones. If you like my videos, feel free to subscribe. And if you have a horror, sci-fi horror, comedy horror, or fantasy horror movie that made you think twice about ever wanting to watch it again, send it my way and I'll get on it ASAP. Thanks for watching. For Doc's Schlock, as always, stay strong and rock on.